Welcome to the weekly worship service of the First Church in Boston, a Unitarian Universalist congregation in Back Bay. The minister at First Church is Reverend Edmund Robinson. His sermon is entitled Spring Cleaning.
Good morning. Is this mic on? Okay. Welcome to the First Church in Boston. We are celebrating spring several times, as we like to do. Spring is a great season of the year, and so we're going to be talking about spring cleaning today. And our opening words are from a little advice in a talk called the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 6. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust consume and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust consumes and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Our opening hymn from Ralph Waldo Emerson, We Sing of Golden Mornings, number 44. seated. Our chalice lighting to the words from the Passover Haggadah. May the light we now kindle inspire us to use our powers to heal and not to harm, to help and not to hinder, to bless and not to curse, to serve you, Spirit of freedom. Thank you, Peter. And now I invite you all to stand once again for the First Church affirmation. We say it in unison. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. With our great covenant, to dwell together in peace and seek the truth in love and to help one another. Thank you. Please be seated. There are announcements in your order of service, and there's also, I think, one belated announcement that there will be a social justice meeting, I think right after coffee hour, 12:30. Keep your ears open, but they'll be meeting up in the chapel. So that's the social justice. Anyone else have any other announcements? We have Easter coming next week. Heather.
Yes, I just wanted to draw your attention to the announcement in the order of service about Poetry Sunday. We have, there'll be 4 of us reading poems, Molly Bennett, Mary Collins, Adnan Onard, and myself. And I hope you can join us and bring your friends. Thank you.
All right, we do not live on bread alone, but it's good to have some bread around the church. And here is our acting treasurer to tell us about it.
I'll correct is that I'm the assistant treasurer, the privilege of being the chair of the 2024 Canvas Committee. I'm also a member of the standing committee. My name is Mary Ellen Norman. And I'm here in this role. Usually you see Corey, or have seen Corey the last couple of years. He's the treasurer. With pending life-changing activities for him in his life, which most of us will celebrate with him individually. But I want to encourage those of you who are watching, listening, and here today is that, yes, this church does not live on just our spiritual hearts. We also need to have resources available to keep our windows open, our light streaming in, and our lights on. So with that, in the order of service is a letter from the Canvas Committee. We are calling a new minister, and we are very excited about that opportunity. And with that opportunity is also the need for resources to keep this church as vibrant and celebratory as we've all experienced. So that this year our goal is around $200,000 to meet our budget needs for the upcoming year. And we rely on your generosity. We rely on the trustees' generosity. We also rely on renting our building as well to support all of the programs and services that we have. And I really want to impress upon each of our members, our friends and donors, is that every donation matters, big or small. They are heartfelt, they are meaningful, and they are greatly appreciated by the congregation. We're trying something new this year, so one of the elements that's in the letter that's not posted for you is that you be able to make your pledge via website. The website link is missing, so my call to action is a little extended for you, because now you got to go find it, so it's like a treasure hunt. So the e-news, I'm sure, included the website. The website should also have the web link. If you want to take the challenge right now and write that website down on your order of service, I'll give you what it is. And I'll challenge you today to make your 2024 pledge with heartfelt thanks and gratitude from the members of this church. So here we go. You ready? So it's onrealm.org/First Church Boston, all one word, /add pledge /pledge 24. So with that, we will be communicating again and again and again for this pledge period. Our fiscal year starts May 1st, and we are looking forward to really welcoming a new minister, creating a new, vibrant, and wonderful congregation, although it's not necessarily new, but vibrant as we come out of this pandemic and create just a joyful experience that we have all enjoyed in the past. So with that, I encourage you all to kick it in and kick it up a notch and have some fun for the next year. So with that.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much, Mary Ellen. Now for a time of joys and concerns. If anyone has anything happening in your life, or the life of someone near and dear to you, you want to mention it to be supported by the congregation here assembled, whether you've just walked in for the first time or you've come in for the 300th time. Now is the time. Yes.
Hi there, my name is Heather, and I sing in the choir. And I'm going to give a joy for a production I was involved in at Sea Glass Theater in New Bedford of Carmen. That went very well and had not many hours of rehearsal, so I'm going to give thanks for that. And then also a concern. Carmen was very, very exhausting. Kind of jumping into it a little bit too fast, but I'm doing a concert at the Arlington Library, the Robbins Library about classical music's difficult women, but it also has some musical theater, so if you'd like to come. But that's a concern for this. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Catherine.
Well, let's have it for simple joys. Walking through the corner of the public garden this morning, I was struck by color. There's a maple tree that has red blossoms. The pond has been filled again, so it's reflecting blue sky. The willows are showing green, and the grass is a little bit green. And elsewhere, the daffodil buds that I've been looking at, tightly furled for it seems like a month, are finally beginning to open. And the sailboats on the Charles River. So, simple joys.
I would like to make a joy for the life of Mel King, a person who didn't preach Christianity or religion, but simply practiced it and got housing for people who didn't have homes, so that if there was no room at the inn, they created new rooms. And I find it rather interesting, if you think of names, that two of the greatest fighters for social justice were black and were named King. There's been a suggestion to have a statue in his honor. I suspect a better idea might be to have more housing that is affordable to people and call the house the Kingdom.
If there are no other joys or concerns, I will put one last stone in for all those joys and concerns which we hold in our hearts unspoken. And now I will ask Peter to help us read the responsive reading.
And now, if you'll join me in a responsive reading of number 662, Strange and Foolish Walls by A. Powell Davies. That's 662. The years of all of us are short, our lives precarious. Our days and nights go hurrying on, and there is scarcely time to do the little that we might. Yet we find time for bitterness, for petty treason and evasion. What can we do to stretch our hearts enough to lose their littleness? Here we are, all of us, all upon this planet, bound together in a common destiny, living our lives between the briefness of the daylight and the dark. Kindred in this, each lighted by the same precarious, flickering flame of life. How does it happen that we are not kindred in all things else? How strange and foolish are these walls of separation that divide us.